Saturday night road trip with you. Where do you want to go, my dear friend? Take me far away, far away, far away, you say. As long as it's with you, I'm okay. Oh! Hello there, I'm so sorry for that. Anyways, welcome to Daniel's Infinite Playlist, and this is the classic album review section, where we basically delve into an album released in the past. It could be an album released 20 years ago, or it could be an album released last year. So today we're gonna talk about Korean artist Flash Flood Darling's debut album, Vorab Tesoro, which was released in 2015. And I actually discovered this album last year, and I was kind of like, oh my god, this is such an amazing album. Why aren't other, like music publications talking about this? Like, hey, Pitchfork, get on this. Because it's a real gift of an album. Like, it's so simple in composition, but it gives so much. Like, with each listen, you just don't get tired. Like, the last time I felt something that was so compellingly that made you listen to it compulsively was Grimes' album Visions, and that one was released like a long time ago. Anyways, listening to this album was mostly like this. So there's that. Anyways, I'm going to do the album art showcase. Since there's no physical edition of this album, I think there was like a small CD run that he did of the album, but I can't find it on the net, so I just have to enjoy the digital release. Anyways, here's the album art, which actually features him on the front cover. It's very simple. It doesn't really say much about the music inside, which is why it's such a surprise, because the music is, yeah, it's amazing. Anyways, a bit of a background for this artist. Well, the artist is Flash Flood Darlings is Korean. He's actually a violinist, and also does his own music, his production, everything from his home. And his home is actually quite how do you say, divided, because it's both in Korea and also New Zealand. He was first born in Korea, and then he moved with his parents to New Zealand, and then he moved back, and well, yeah, you can see basically how both of those words kind of give an influence to the album, because the lyrics are both in Korean and they're also in English. So yeah, it's really cool. I really love both the Korean parts and the English parts as well. And he has such a great voice as well. I think it clearly envelops, like the different themes of, for example, inadequacy or loneliness, nostalgia. It's basically a box of, beautiful songs that just attract and make you want to listen to it more and more and more. Anyways, how's the music? Well, the music is, it's not just your standard, dream pop / electro pop fare. It's a masterfully crafted album that takes all of these dance music cues as well, because it evokes both like the trance music scene from the 90s, but also it sounds very modern, but it sounds both modern and nostalgic. So it's kind of like a blend of synth, of trip hop, of some trance, and also some indie rock as well. There's a song that quite evokes that indie rock vibe, but like with beautiful synths accompanying it, and I really love it. It's amazing. And how are the lyrics? Well, the lyrics, as I said, they touch upon feelings of um, intimacy, inadequacy, nostalgia, meeting a friend, the feelings of being in the big city, and just how isolating and how inviting that can be. And I just feel that it really touches you when you start to listen to it and when you start to actually think about what he's singing about. And also, what's so important, it's not very, I mean, I think it's important to also mention is that he's homosexual, and you don't actually see many like queer artists from the LGBTQ, I mean, in the music scene in Korea. And I find that just very brave of him to actually sing about his experiences as a homosexual guy. And I feel that it's amazing. I wish I could, just reach out more to more people and say, hey, listen to this album, because I think it's a very important queer album. Not because it perhaps details, like the queer experiences, but it's just so human, and it's just so amazing. It's you can't quite fathom how amazing this album is, and I just wish he knew that. Yeah, I think he knows that. Anyways, what do I give this album? Well, I give it a 10 out of 10, because I think this album is perfect from song 1 to the last song. And despite its short length, it's only 8 songs. It feels like it's a whole trip, just listening to it from song 1 to song 8. And there's no bad songs, and it's just so relatable when you listen to it. It's kind of like a Pet Shop Boys record, but even more like insular and perfect. It's a record where you can dance to, where you can dream to, where you can just how do you say, meditate on like the state of your life. And I love that. It's an amazing album. So yeah, anyways, hope you liked this review. As always, I'm going to put the artist links down below. And as I said, this album is only available digitally, so there's no physical version of this album. Please go and download it. And also, this album has a remix album as well that's equally as great as the album. The remix album is of course more like dance music, but hey, download it because it's amazing. So yeah, if this is your first video with me, please give a like and subscribe if you want to know more about music, both new and classic albums as well. So yeah, I'll see you next week, where we're gonna be back with a new album review on Wednesday. And as always, on Saturdays, I'll be back with a classic album review. So that's it for me. Enjoy music, enjoy life, people. Vi ses. Hej då!